Welcome to my channel. My name's Stormy and I'm here to discuss today why I think you don't need the anti-candida diet to heal candida. And I'll talk about my experience with it as well. But I do have a hard truth for you. It's highly unlikely that you're going to be able to heal candida completely without changing your diet. I don't think you have to use the anti-candida diet, but you are going to have to make some dietary changes, especially if you're eating the standard North American diet. So if you've come to this channel, you've probably already tried the anti-candida diet and either you failed or you did it in the past and then your candida came back, and that's what always seems to happen. So I tried the anti-candida diet when I was 15 years old for the first time because I've been suffering with candida issues for probably my whole life. Didn't really know what they were until my dad went to the naturopath to figure out what was wrong with him, and they put him on an anti-candida diet. So when I was 15, he actually did the diet with me, and that's the only reason I was able to stick to it. I remember basically just eating like chicken and lettuce, and our naturopath allowed us to have basmati rice and beans. I'm sure I ate other stuff too, but it was a long time ago. But I remember just feeling like miserable and starving, and the only reason I got through was, like I said, my dad cooked all my food and he did it with me. And I was only 15, so I couldn't run to the store and get junk food. And it wasn't like I had tons of social outings to do or like dinner parties to go to because I was 15 years old. And after I did that anti-candida diet, my symptoms came back with a vengeance. And at this time, I didn't pay much attention to them, and it went on, and I just thought, this is how I'm supposed to feel like forever. And so when I turned 22, I graduated from university, and I thought, this can't be life. I can't go on like this. How am I supposed to do anything good with my life if I feel absolutely terrible all the time? Candida manifests so differently for everyone. For me, it meant chronic fatigue, sleepiness, always being spaced out. I had severe brain fog. I got sinus infections all the time. I got yeast infections all the time. I just was always sick, and I was always in gut pain. Always. But I've been like that since I was a kid. Anyways, I went to see a naturopath and they put me on the anti-candida diet again. And I did it. And the thing with the anti-candida diet is, one, it's really hard to stick to, especially if you are an adult and you're going out and you have like social obligations, and two, you're craving sugar the entire time. So you can't give it to yourself. You're not even allowed to have fruit. At least I wasn't. Maybe a maximum half a cup of blueberries per day, but that's nothing. I remember having a big bag of blueberries one time, and like eating them and crying, and my sister taking a photo of me and being like, you're not supposed to be eating those. I'm like, I know, but I just want sugar so bad. Eventually, I gave up trying the anti-candida diet. It just wasn't sustainable, and everything came back afterwards. There was no way I could keep on a diet like that forever. And I tried the paleo diet too, and it just didn't work. But that's not why you're here. I'm here to tell you what I ended up doing that did work. So I actually ended up changing my diet slowly to a whole food plant-based diet that was low in fat. And that diet became sustainable for me. It became a whole lifestyle. It wasn't just a temporary fix. And I actually didn't know it was going to fix my candida. I did it because my acne was so bad, and I saw that it could help with acne and improve my acne. And all of a sudden I noticed that all my candida symptoms were gone in probably a couple of weeks, I would say. It's been almost 4 years now, and I haven't had any of those chronic yeast infections. I don't have brain fog. I also did go gluten-free on this, but if you don't have a gluten allergy, I don't think that you need to go gluten-free. But also, I'm not a doctor, I'm just speaking all from my own experience. I tried to do some research and see why this whole food plant-based diet works, and I came across Dr. Douglas Graham. He advocates for a diet that's 80% carbohydrates, 10% protein, 10% fat, and mostly fruit-based. I've met a couple people that do this fruit-based diet, and I find it way too hard. So I still eat whole grains, I eat cooked veggies, I eat legumes, but I just focus on keeping my fats less than 10%, or keep them as low as I can, and cutting out oil. It's made such a difference. And the theory in his book is that when your body has lots of fat in it, when you're eating lots of fats, the sugar sits around longer than in the body, and the candida has time to feed on it. Whereas if you don't have that fat, the candida doesn't bloom and have time to feed and grow. That was my understanding of it from his book, and all I know is that it worked for me. And so if you come to this page and you're looking for something different from the anti-candida diet, I recommend giving the whole food plant-based diet a try with no oil and a focus on lower fat. And I know it sounds absolutely crazy if you don't eat this way right now, but trust me, I ate absolutely everything. My family used to call me the garbage can because I ate everything and I had no willpower. But the thing is, on whole food plant-based diet, you start giving your body the carbohydrates that it's craving in the form of healthy food like fruits and whole grains and like sweet potatoes. So you're not always wanting that junk food. And the best thing is, a whole food plant-based diet is known to prevent risk of heart disease, prevent diabetes, may help prevent cancer, and it's safe to be on a whole food plant-based diet at any life stage. Also, a whole food plant-based diet low in fat has been shown to actually reverse heart disease in people. You can check out the works of Dr. McGregor, Dr. McDougall, Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. Dean Ornish, and see all the research they've done related to whole food plant-based diet and preventing and reversing heart disease. But I just think that's a super bonus because as your life goes on, you know how to eat to keep yourself healthy. And since I started eating this way, my body just stays the same size. I have so much energy. All my candida symptoms are gone. It's actually nuts. I don't know if that's what you're looking for when you came here, but I just want to tell you the anti-candida diet isn't the only way based on my personal experience. The whole food plant-based diet really, really helped change my entire life. I went about 24 years feeling like absolute garbage. Thought I was going to have candida and IBS for my entire life. But now I feel amazing. If you want to get started on a whole food plant-based diet, you can download my free little cheat sheet. It goes over 10 steps that I had to really overcome in order to accept that a whole food plant-based diet might help me and build the willpower to get started on something like this. It also comes with a printout of foods you can eat and foods you can't eat on a whole food plant-based diet. So I will link that below. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out more videos on things I've done for my candida and the actual food I eat nowadays to keep my candida away and all sorts of tips. See you next time.